Finally tonight, a Dunedin 12-year-old is claiming bragging rights after beating the Met-Service to predict snow levels in Otago today. Now, Ben Hawke, a Tidy College student, does his own daily weather forecasts on a Facebook page called Dunedin Weather, but by a 12-year-old, which he started back in February. He's doing really well. A short time ago, he told me via the live view from Mosgiel what he loves about the weather.
When I was about 8, I became really interested in science, and it kind of snowballed from there until I developed a real interest in weather and kind of how it works. And I think the first thing that I kind of really looked into and I was just like, hey, this is kind of cool, is tornadoes in the United States.
Yes, they are fascinating, aren't they? We don't get many tornadoes in New Zealand, but we do get extraordinary weather, and you have developed something of a reputation for being able to pick it. How do you do your forecasting?
I kind of go on the Met-Service website and look at how the weather maps are doing, like surface pressure and radar and stuff, even though we don't have a radar here in Dunedin. But I kind of just go on there, kind of have a look at what's happening, go onto the rural thing to look at Mosgiel, where I live, to kind of see what they think the temperatures are going to be, and then I kind of think, hey, this is, I don't think this is right. I'm going to say my one, or if I think they're correct, I'll say what they have forecast.
So you use the Met-Service...
Like in terms of highs and lows.
So you use the Met-Service as a starting point, and then a bit of local knowledge and your own Ben science from there. And how are you going against the Met-Service? Are you right more often than they are?
It's kind of, on average, I kind of get just as much right as them, but sometimes I'll get it right and they'll get it wrong, or vice versa.
Ben, I want to talk about occasions when you get it right, and there's been one, I think, in the past 24 hours with your snow predictions, right?
Yeah, yesterday I was one of the first people to actually say, hey, I think snow will be lower than 500 metres, how it was forecast on the Met-Service. So that was kind of cool when I saw that they figured out, hey, what we're thinking isn't correct. Let's figure this out. Basically, every weather forecast was just like, oh, it's going to be down to 500 metres, rain below that. But then I was just like, hey, look at the lows forecast for all of these hill areas. I think it's going to be down to about 200 to 100 metres.
And what did it get down to?
I think it got down to like just below 200 metres. I know it was snowing in Brookville and Halfway Bush earlier today, so I was like the first person to figure this out. So I felt quite proud of myself there.
Yeah, and you have every reason to feel proud of yourself. This is such a boring old person question to ask you, but what do you want to be when you grow up? Obviously you want to work in science. Do you want to be a meteorologist?
Meteorology would be cool, and maybe being like a weather forecaster on the TV. I'd really enjoy that, but like I really like chemistry, so I might think about a career in that.
Maybe you could do chemistry and do weather forecasting on the TV as well.
That would probably be my dream jobs.
What a delightful young man, Ben Hawke, Tidy College student. His Facebook page is called Dunedin Weather, but by a 12-year-old. He's got 380 followers and he'd love some more.